Did you see that shit? MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and Chicago's number one underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I'm Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and this is
Apollo Taj Mahal.
We are the guys from the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast. We know you're going to like the interview, so be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the social media platforms, as well as the Missing Time Productions YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to didyousee.shit.com for a complete rundown of all of our content. Right, Apollo?
Yeah.
I want to welcome Brian Foster to the show. 28-10, a lightweight. Damn, did you look good in PFL 2 in Chicago earlier this year, brother.
Yeah, man. To correct you, I'm actually 34-10. There's like 5 fights that are on my record.
Oh, okay. I apologize. For that, man.
I wish the hell they put them on there, though. It makes it look a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't they put the 5 on there? I mean, 35 and 10.
They're from Mexico, man. So like 2000 sometime, I won like an international tournament down in Mexico, and none of those fights made it on my record.
Really? That doesn't make much sense, man. Were those fights just as tough as any other fight you've ever had, right?
Oh yeah, one of them was a decision. There's not a decision. I've only got one decision on my record as it is, but I've been to 3 decisions, and one of them was with Bobby Volker, who fought in UFC a long time ago, and then one was a German dude named Michel Erdich, and that isn't on there either. But they were all finishes, man. Or not all finishes, but they were all wins. You know what I mean? And not only that, but the one in Mexico was a $100,000 tournament. You figured they would have heard about that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to have to correct that, man. We're going to have to make a push to correct that because that doesn't make much sense at all, man. But the fact remains the same. In my book anyway, you got to be one of the favorites here to win the $1 million, man. I know that you would never look that far ahead. I know that, one fight at a time is the way to go. But have you allowed yourself to think what you would do with the money if, in fact, you did win it?
I mean, man, I got kids. You know what I mean? All the money that I make throughout this whole process, it just does nothing but help us live a little bit more securely. You know what I mean? I wasn't raised with a bunch of money or rich or pampered. You know what I mean? So any kind of money that I can make to help my kids better their futures, that's pretty much what it's all about, man. So to say what I would do with the money is I would put it where it's always meant to go with my babies, man. You know what I mean? No. College and shit like that. So I mean, and it doesn't matter if it's this tournament or if it's that tournament. I'm not going to stop fighting until I accomplish my goal of being a world champion, man. So if the money's there, the monies will be there. But I do know the opponents are there every time. They put them in front of me, and I knock them down as they do.
I hear you, man. I mean, I'm 37. I have 2 of my own. I have a girl that's 12, and my boy's turning 7 on Monday. So I feel you on that, man. It's all
Happy
about
early
family.
birthday, man.
I appreciate it, man. It's all about family. As you get older, I'm 37, you're 34. So, as you get older, you really do start to appreciate that shit more. And that's really what it's all about. But being 34, man, do you feel like you're just now, like, really hitting your physical stride, like your peak?
No, man. I mean, going to 55, there's a lot more attributes I have to offer as far as, my size and my strength and my agility and stuff like that. But I feel like that, at 70, I always dealt with, the bigger dudes and the cardiovascular side of it, trying to muscle around these big dudes. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, man. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how to say it, man. I've found my cardio, like, on a different level since moving to Colorado and getting with, Mark Montoya and Factory X and those guys and finding out what capabilities my body can actually provide. You know what I mean? Like, when you're a kid, you don't really necessarily go into the scientific side of things. You don't really break it down properly. You're just eager to get in there and show everybody you're a badass. You know what I mean? But it's like, with the higher level, like I've always wanted to be at, it takes experience in knowing these things and being able to break them down and understand what your body can what your body can actually do. you know. So to answer your question, man, I'm not like, yeah, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely look like it, man. I mean, that fight with Ramsey, man, that was, in my opinion, that was the fight of the night. That was just nonstop action, both you guys. But going back to what you said, man, I mean, just the fact that you competed against John Fitch, John Fitch is a big 170, and I mean, you rocked him. You nearly finished that. So I mean, just the fact that you not only competed at 170, but you excelled at 170, dropping down to 155, man. You are an absolute handful. You mentioned Factory X. Has that been like a shot in the ass or a kick in the ass, like to rejuvenate you?
Yeah, man. I mean, Pro Fight League, World Series fighting, hyphen it, whatever, World Series, they brought me in, man, and they gave that heartbeat back to my career. With all the stuff 2010 with the brain and stuff like that everybody wanted to hit on for a long time. A lot of promotions were scared to touch me, but they knew how talented I was. So when World Series Fighting took a chance on me and they got me cleared, they did all the proper testing and sent me to the right doctors. They're the ones that reignited that fire, man, and gave me that piece of interest and that flame again that says that, I still have a chance to be the best and it's not over until I say it's over, So really the flame and the fire comes from those guys, man, and then the appreciation can't be sold enough outside of me performing for them. You know what I mean? I'm going to give everything I got to these guys because they believed in me and they pulled me in and, they brought me back. So, and then Factory X getting out there with those guys when everything came to fruition, man, it was a double down, you know what I mean? And like, why have I not been here my entire life kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck have I been doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So everything happens when it's supposed to. It's a weird thing, but it really is true. And, being at Factory X, man, who are some of the guys that you get to roll around with on a regular basis? I know Anthony Smith has a big fight coming up, but is he a little too big for you to roll with?
Oh, no, hell no, man. Me and Anthony, we roll around. I scramble. I keep him on point as far as the catching the quicker guy. You know what I mean? Big, strong dude. Absolutely incredible athlete. You know what I mean? Like we're full of the guys up there like that, man. We got Marcus Edwards. He hadn't been in it for a little while, but he's up there. We got Dustin Jacoby. We got Austin Jones. You'll be hearing a lot about him. One of my main training partners right now is Devontae Smith, who fights on the Dana White's Contender Series.
Brandon Royval.
I want to say.
Yeah, Brandon Royval. You guys got a lot of good guys over there.
Oh, dude, we got some studs, man. Like I could go all day. You know what I mean? And it's just it's placing yourself among that kind of talent that helps you realize your capabilities. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a super common thing nowadays. People always kind of say it, but steel really does sharpen steel. I mean, you're not going to get better unless you push yourself and train with better guys, right?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, man. To be the best, you got to train with the best. To beat the best, you got to train with them just the same.
Absolutely true, man. Are you going to be watching on Thursday here when Lance Palmer and Andre Harrison go back to work?
Oh, absolutely, man. I'll be watching them all, dude. I'm a big fight fan, dude. So it's not something that's like you would contribute to being my job. You know what I mean? Because I'm a huge fan of this shit. So anytime I get a chance to watch my teammates put it down, dude, it's just. And not only that, but then they do. I mean, our record as a team shows it speaks volume, dude. You know what I mean? And like when I watch them guys win, it's like I know it works. It's a proven formula that they've structured in Factory X, man. It doesn't come down to one individual coach. It comes down to every bit of the team. You know what I mean? Everybody playing their part and busting their ass, man. And then these guys go in and they fight, and it just shows through, dude. It's amazing to sit back and watch my teammates accomplish things that, like, they hold on to what I say because of my experience level and my longevity in the game. So to be able to tell these guys and them react to it and then go out and see them accomplish that shit and manage it just fuels it in me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You guys they're definitely building something really special, man. Really special there at Factory X. Well, I truly appreciate you doing this, Brian. I want to give you some time to shout out your sponsors, coaches, whatever you want, man.
Hey, man, I love everybody. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody and everything. All the fans, my friends, my family, my teammates, dude. There's so many awesome people that I could go on and on and on and on and think all day long, man. But at the end of the day, it's like I love everybody and I appreciate everybody for everything they do for me, man. Especially the fans that tune in and check it out because it's going down, dude. August 2nd, NBC Sports Network. If you haven't seen me fight, I promise you right now, if you tune in and watch me, give me a chance. I'll win your heart too, man.
No doubt about that, man. I think you're one of the most exciting fighters in the world, not just on PFL. Anytime you step in the cage, you mean business and you look to finish. Thank you for your time, man, and I'd look forward to speaking with you hopefully before August 2nd.
Hey, brother, anytime, man. You need anything, let me know.